Alright, I'm sure you've all heard that Oblivion is apparently getting a remake or a remaster. I'm gonna go with just calling it a remake, just because a lot of the stuff I'm seeing online, that's kind of how everybody's referring it to. Like, not that many people are calling it a remaster. It could just be a remaster when it comes out. That's fine. But as you know, if you have spent any time on this channel, we love Oblivion around here. We did a full playthrough of that game this year. We did pretty much everything you could do in the game, like literally all the quests. We did all the DLCs. It was insane. It was like a 100-hour playthrough, and it was awesome. It was amazing. So I love Oblivion. It's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. It's one of my favorite RPGs. You know, it's like my third favorite RPG of all time. It's like my third favorite game of all time. Like, I love Oblivion so much. So I do have some thoughts about this. To be quite honest with you, for a very long time, I was in the ballpark of, I want a remaster of this game. I want a remake of this game. And then when I did the playthrough this year on PC with mods, we had a lot of mods, that idea, that opinion of wanting a remaster of this game, it kind of went away. Like, to be honest, I like the game as it is. The problem is that it can kind of be a little buggy, and it does crash sometimes, so it's not as stable as I would like it to be. But ultimately, like, I don't really think the game needs a remake or a remaster, to be honest. I understand the leveling's broken. I get it. It has so many flaws. I understand that, but I kind of just love the game for all that stuff. You know, if anything, I would want like a port of the game to where you could play it on PC, and I would want it to be stable and not crash, you know. But other than that, like, from replaying it, it's just as good as I remembered, if anything better, because even when I played it when I was really young, it still has like that wonder factor, you know, when you're walking around and you're exploring, and it just has that magical effect, you know, that a lot of games lack nowadays. It has that whimsical fantasy feeling, like dreamlike feel. And I've talked about that before in my RPG video. But that's kind of like where I stand on, do I want a remaster or a remake? And of course, I've been following the Skyblivion mod for so long. Like, that's been coming for a long time, and it's kind of crazy that I think they're gonna be finished with it this year. So in 2025, Skyblivion should be finished, or at least like the majority of it should be finished. And now it's looking like there's actually going to be an Oblivion remake. So a lot of people have been leaking this stuff online, and thankfully, from what I've seen, is that the remake is going to be more close to games like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which was pretty much exactly the same game, but they had better graphics, and they even had a mode to where you could literally, like, through the menu, go back to the old graphics. You could turn it on and off, almost like it was a filter. It was actually really cool at the time. That was on the Xbox 360. The fact that you could do that, it was pretty impressive. Like, I remember seeing it with my friend and thought it was really cool. But apparently it's just going to be like that. It's going to use two different engines, and it's basically going to have the exact same gameplay, but it's going to also have Unreal Engine 5 to update the graphics. There's a few things I want from this. So at this point, it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's like more like 90%, 95% guaranteed, which isn't 100. And you know, anything can happen in the world of gaming, but basically from what it's looking like is it's happening, and we're gonna get an official announcement within a few months, probably even January, for there's like a January direct or something. But either way, as an Oblivion lover, through all its flaws and charm, I do have some wants. If they are seriously going to be making this, if this is something that's going to be coming out, there's a few things I want them to do. So number one, and this is the first thing that I want, is Bethesda cannot, and I mean cannot, do a cease and desist for the Skyblivion team. I don't think they would do this because it would be fucking horrible on their part. It would be really bad. Skyblivion is a fan passion project that is literally years and years in the making. the things that those people have been through, especially with the main dude losing his wife, those years ago, and then jumping back onto the mod, and, kind of at this point, this is going to be like a dedication to his late wife, So this is something these people, they've been through a lot. They've put a lot of effort, a lot of hard work into something that they really love, and they're not going to make any money off of this, at all. If anything, they might get recognition for it, and they might be able to make their own game later on, and people will buy it because they're like, oh, hey, this was the people that did the Skyblivion. Like, that's really the only thing they might get out of this. And they might not even get that, to be honest. So Bethesda cannot do a cease and desist. I've seen a lot of people actually bring that up as a concern. That's something that just cannot happen. If that happens, I don't care how good the remake is, I'm not gonna buy it. I just won't. First of all, I don't need it because I have the OG game and it runs perfectly fine. All right, I got my mods, they run perfectly fine. Like, I'm not in the camp of people that needs to play this on console. Would it be cool to have on console or like a newer version on PC? Yeah, but if they're gonna do some bullshit with Skyblivion, I'm not giving them my money. It's just plain and simple. That's a whole other conversation that you could have that could go on for 30, 40 minutes, but we don't know if they would do that or not. I hope they don't. So that's number one. Number two, Oblivion is one of the most recorded, played, commentated on video games of all time, especially on YouTube. There's so many videos of people doing Let's Plays, like me included. I did a Let's Play this year. There's so many people making content for Oblivion. There's more people making content for Oblivion than there are people making content for Starfield. Just let that sink in. And people who make content for Oblivion, they can blow up. Right, there's a girl on YouTube who started doing videos about like the jewelry and clothing that people wear in Oblivion, and her shit just popped off. There's people always making video essays and doing all this stuff. And where I'm going with this is it does have a really big fan base, but it also has a lot of constructive criticism. If you are going to be doing a remake, and if you are going to be making changes mechanically, all right, I'm not saying you are or they are, but if that is something they're doing, you guys have so many videos, so much research that you don't even have to do because it's people who put time and effort into making basically documentaries on YouTube about this game, talking about the things that could have been better mechanically, like the leveling system. That wouldn't be bad if you fixed it and made it work the way you would think it would work. Those things I would understand. If you want to tweak stuff and make it better, that's all good. If you do tweak stuff and you somehow make it worse, the reason why I brought up all the videos and content is like, dude, what the fuck are you guys watching? I'm not saying they're going to do that because apparently it's not even Bethesda doing this. It's going to be a third-party studio. But I'm just getting at is like, if you are going to be making changes, there's so much stuff out there of people talking about what they liked, what they didn't like. You guys shouldn't be able to fuck that up. That's my point that I'm making. So if you are going to make changes mechanically, then there you go. You have all the info you need to make the correct changes and not fuck it up. If it's just a graphics enhancement, right? And if that's all you're really doing, it's the exact same thing straight up, it's just better graphics, then this might be even like the hardest part of doing a remake. You guys can't change the art style. It has to still look weird, dude. I'm sorry, it does. Even if the graphics are better, even if it's got 4K textures and new models, and each model has like a billion polygons in each ball sack or whatever, if that's what you're doing, you can't change the look, man. You can't make it look serious and badass and cool and all this shit like all these, Dark Souls. It's gotta look like Oblivion, dude. It's gotta look funny. It just does. It's the only game. There's a post I saw on Twitter a long time ago where somebody said Oblivion looks like a fake game that you would see in a movie of some dude playing some fake RPG that doesn't exist, but it exists in the movie and it's just what he's playing on TV. That's what Oblivion looks like. That is the perfect explanation of what Oblivion's vibe is, dude. It looks like a game that doesn't exist. Even for the time that it came out, bro, look at all the other shit that was coming out. It has its own thing. It has its own identity. And guess what? It fucking kills it, dog. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. Even with how goofy it is, it's beautiful. So if you are just doing the same mechanics, or even if you're changing the mechanics and you're just making the graphics better, which obviously that's what you're going to be doing, you guys can't fuck that up. You can't make it look cool. You got to make it, if you're going to make it look better, you got to figure out a way to make it look better, but still have the soul and essence of what Oblivion is, because it's the only game that has that, bro. It's the only game that really does, and it's one of the reasons why I love it so much, and one of the reasons why so many people love it. So don't make the art look too badass or whatever. Make it look goofy, make it look weird. Embrace the whimsicality that is Oblivion. And also, you gotta have weird characters, bro. Don't even think for a second changing the audio and the dialogue lines, dog. Keep them all in there. I'm talking when a beggar talks to me on the side of the road asking for a coin because he's got nothing to eat, or he's like, I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids. I want the same voice lines. As soon as I donate to that homeless person in the game, I want them to change. Different voice actors and everything. I want them to be like, thank you, kind sir. Even the women, even when you give money to the women, a male voice just comes out of nowhere, bro. The weird shit that happens in Oblivion, bro, you need all of it. That is a part of its identity. That's a part of the soul. It's almost just as important as the way the characters look. All right? And here's the other thing. You gotta keep the character creator, bro. The character creator in Oblivion is fucking peak, dude. It's so good. It's so good, dude. The crazy shit you can make. Did you see Sucka in my playthrough, bro? Look at this dude. Look at that guy. He's a legend, dog. A legend, bro. The greatest character ever made in Oblivion. And I was able to do that. And I'm playing through Fallout 3 right now, and I love Fallout 3, but let me go ahead and tell you, Fallout 3's character creator sucks. Compared to Oblivion, oh my gosh, dude. Keep it, bro. Embrace all the weird shit that Oblivion comes with, dude. That's why people love that game. That's why people replay that game. That's why people have fond memories for that game. It really is amazing. And like I said earlier, dude, more people make content for Oblivion than Starfield. And Starfield just came out, man. It's not even 2 years old yet. It's insane how much love that game has. And I love it just as much, if not more, than most people. And if this is going to be a remake, if we are doing a remaster, if this is something that's happening, you know, cool, fine. Like, there's nothing we can do about it, obviously. And we would like a good remaster. Like, I feel like everybody would. We're just worried that you're going to fuck it up. That's the only thing. And we love this game, and we don't want you to fuck it up. It's just that. So we're a little worried, but also at the same time, it's like the things I brought up. Just embrace the weirdness. Keep the art style. You know, if you're going to change things mechanically, change the things that really are bad. The things that are objectively bad that people either just straight up mod out. Add like quality of life things like in the UI or menu, or make the map like better. The map, you know, could be better. Like, there's a lot of times where I remember I wish I could have zoomed in on something or whatever. Like, add that stuff. Like, that's cool. But don't change too much of the mechanics. You know, embrace the weird AI where the characters talk about bagels and shit for like 10 seconds and then tell each other to fuck off. Embrace all of it, man. And then another thing you're gonna need to do not add shit into the game. Don't add some fucking new shit. I don't care, bro. Someone's gonna fuck it up and add something retarded. I don't trust you guys with it. I don't trust anybody to do that with an old game. Like, it's perfect. There's more than enough quests. There's more than enough DLC. Just keep it as is. Just do it. Don't add bullshit into the game. That's all I'm going to say about that. And don't cease and desist Skyblivion. Let those people finish their project, all right? If you do that, it's going to have a Streisand effect on your ass. And trust me, like, this is something that maybe not a lot of people know the history of Skyblivion and the development around it. But if you do some dumb shit like that, people are going to find out about it and you guys are going to regret it. I'm just telling you, all right? So don't do that. Let them finish their thing. Let them do their thing. And if you're going to do your thing, just respect what you have. And you shouldn't fuck it up, because the amount of content that talks about this online is like insane. You know, like you guys have all the research you could ever want into what a good remake for this game would be. And that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. Short, sweet, maybe not as short as you would think, but that's it. It's just that. That's all I'm asking for. Respect the game, respect the fans, and respect the fans that are developing possibly one of the most ambitious mods ever. You know, they're literally importing Oblivion into Skyrim, which is insane. All right, so just do that and it'll be all good, baby. You'll make money, people will like it, unless it sucks. But I mean, it shouldn't suck. Like, you guys, if you fuck it up, like, I'm gonna be impressed, honestly. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have to really say about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys want a remake? Do you guys want a remaster? Do you trust Bethesda to do this? Do you trust any studio that Bethesda would trust to do this? Like, let's be honest here, you know? Like, let's be real. If you do want a remake or a remaster, what are the things you want? What are the things you would ask for? Are there crazy things you would want them to add? Would you want them to add more quests or not to add more quests? You know, do you think this is necessary at all? You know, maybe just for consoles, but not for PC. Like, what do you guys think about this? Because the likelihood that we're actually going to get this in 2025 is looking more and more like a reality. You know, every day there's more leaks, there's more rumors, there's more YouTubers talking about it. Honestly, I kind of hope it's not just rumors. At this point, I really do want to see if they are making a remake. I want to see what that looks like, you know? But also at the same time, if it is just all bullshit, I don't care because I love the original. But what do you guys have to say? I want to hear your opinion on it. And yeah, besides that, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, and if you enjoy this at all, maybe subscribe to the channel. We do Let's Plays on the channel. We do commentary videos. Yeah, pretty much all gaming. But besides that, guys, thank you so much for the support, so much for the love. Thank you for your time, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night, and I will see you all in the next video.